SINNIS Terrain 125, 2021 on review. Big and comfy for a 125. The 2021 SINNIS Terrain 125, or T125, is just the sort of small-capacity Chinese motorbike to trigger a game of bike journalist cliché bingo. You can shout house, once I've said that Chinese bikes have turned a corner and come of age and that China is the workshop of the world and that everything else we use is made there. And it's easy to see why this happens as I explore the new T125 in the MCN car park. It feels far sturdier and more substantial than you expect, the finish is good, and at first glance it looks like a proper adventure bike. But the truth is, no one is going to get a SINNIS because it is the best bike money can buy. There isn't a Chinese bike on the market yet that riders are happy to pay a little, or a lot, extra for in the same way they are for a Honda or BMW. And that's fine, because what SINNIS and the like offer is a machine that feels like a lot of bike for the money. Ride quality and brakes. The suspension is far firmer than I expected from an adventure-style bike and is better suited to the tarmac than the dirt. Under heavy braking the forks resist diving and so the terrain feels composed as you tip in. The CST tires were sufficient in the warm and dry conditions of the test, but even here didn't give much feel mid-corner, so some aftermarket rubber probably wouldn't go amiss. Engine. There's nothing wrong with the 124.2 cubic centimeters single used in the bike, it revs freely and feels surprisingly smooth up to around 60 miles per hour. If you persevere and get to the indicated 71 miles per hour top speed, then things start to get very buzzy and the mirrors become a blur, but that is to be expected. The main problem, though, is that the bike weighs 162 kilograms and so 12.7 brake horsepower is enough to get around but not quite enough to have fun. You won't be winning any traffic light GPS away from the line, not least because the ratio in first gear is so low that eventually I opted to use second with some extra revs to pull away. Reliability and build quality. The biggest hurdle brands like SINNIS have to overcome is the public perception of quality. It's impossible to say what the long-term reliability of the new Terrain will be, but there are some negative reports about other SINNIS models online if you look for them. The build quality and finish seem better than you may expect though, and the bike doesn't feel as cheap as the price tag suggests. Value versus rivals. The ace in the hole for SINNIS is that the Terrain is a thrifty way of getting yourself on two wheels. There's nothing else at this price point that comes already fitted with luggage, the panniers are included, the 48-liter top box is an 85 pounds extra. If you're planning to ride on a CBT or A1 license and you're sold on the adventure bike looks, you could also opt for the Zonti's ZT125U1, but that doesn't come with any luggage. Equipment. Although you get the panniers included with the T125, that's pretty much your lot. The LCD dash does the job, but it's basic and not particularly attractive. The luggage itself is fairly low-end plastic kit with a simple latch system that opens with the ignition key. While it offers more security than soft luggage, I'm not sure it would resist an attack from a screwdriver for very long. You do get a USB port, and unlike so many others, SINNIS have opted to put it in a useful place instead of under the seat so you can run your sat-nav from it easily. Specs. Engine size 124 cubic centimeters. Engine type liquid-cooled single-cylinder 15 degrees tilted, 4-valve with balanced shaft. Frame type tubular steel. Fuel capacity 14 liters. Seat height 780 millimeters. Bike weight 162 kilograms. Front suspension telescopic forks, non-adjustable. Rear suspension monoshock, manual preload adjustment. Front brake single disc brake, non-ABS, linked braking system. Rear brake single disc brake, non-ABS, linked braking system. Front tire size 120/80/17. Rear tire size 180/80/17. MPG, costs and insurance. Average fuel consumption 101.5 miles per gallon. Annual road tax 22 pounds. Annual service cost. New price £2,999. Used price. Insurance group. How much to insure? Warranty term 2 years. Top speed and performance. Max power 13 brake horsepower. Max torque 7.7 ft-lb. Top speed 71 miles per hour. A quarter mile acceleration. Tank range 312 miles.